You and Isla got to play in the second half. Y'all played a combined 10 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, we got freshman forward Jordan Marshall and sophomore guard Gianna Morris. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
It's a tie game with I think 6 minutes left. You all end on like a 16-9 run. I guess defensively, what do you feel like changed in those kind of final minutes where 3-point shots weren't falling for them? I feel like you got a little bit more hands in the face of them. Just like what do you feel like had to change defensively to kind of close it out?
I feel like we really got after it. They made a lot of tough shots, and we just knew that we just had to get up in them. We needed stops, whether it was falling on the offensive end or not. We just knew we had to get up in them, rebound, box out, and I think we all fed off each other's energy. We knew we needed to get a stop, and it was just that simple.
Yeah, I felt like our intensity changed, and we adjusted to the refs because at first it was kind of hard, but we adjusted. And our intensity picked up on defense, and we got stops when we needed them, and we communicated that we needed to stop on the bench and on the court, so I feel like that was a big thing.
You heard Coach, obviously free throws at times for you guys this year have kind of been up and down, but in the fourth you guys were perfect. I guess like what's the key of in a game that has that many lead changes, like it's high intensity, like what's the key of I guess locking in like late at the free throw line? You feel like?
I feel like for me it's trust your work. We come in here early, late, shoot free throws, shoot shots. So knocking them down when nobody's in the gym, it's the same thing, same shot. Just like I said, trust your work.
I challenged myself to work on my free throws after I started the season so bad at them. And so our coaches forced us to shoot them, but I kept shooting them on my own time as well. So, I mean, as many free throws as I done shot the past month, they should be going in.
You guys had 9 home wins total last year. You're already at 9 right now. I guess like what do you feel like has been the difference in terms of defending home court so far?
I feel like we just take a lot of pride in that. This is our place, and we don't want anybody to come in here and get a one-up on us. Same thing on the road. We go in there and try to take over their place. But protecting home court is just we hold that really high here.
Appreciate y'all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, had a kind of tough one there with their hot shooting there at the beginning. Go ahead, give us your overall thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I didn't think we guarded the three-point line very well, and some of that, we were picking up, and I think they were getting a little bit downhill on us. We were causing some rotations, and I just didn't think we did a very good job of gapping. And then they hit a few, and they started feeling good about themselves when they hit them. And give them credit, they knocked down shots. They hadn't shot like that all year, and they did tonight. But I think the most important thing is that fourth quarter when we had to get stops. We go on a 10-0 run there in that fourth, and they go 3 of 13. They make 15 on the game, but they go 3 of 13 down the stretch. And I thought our players did a great job of adjusting and finding a way to fly and run shooters off the line and then be closer on their contest and then get rebounds. We out-rebounded them 12, only gave up 8. They shot 38% and from the field, from the game, and 37 from 3. And we didn't put them at the line other than the first half. And I thought that was huge. Aside from that second quarter where we gave up 27, and that other than maybe at Baylor or TCU, we haven't given up that many points all year in a quarter. And we go 14, 17, 15. And, we get a normal defensive. And some of that, Isla and Jordan played 10 minutes combined in the second half. And, some of that is rotations and people out there that haven't had a lot of minutes and just some of those things. But it was great. I thought Mel and Taylor and Avery just kind of collectively gave us some good minutes there and really helped us, hold them off. And Paris makes 2 huge plays to end the half, driving length of the floor, I think with about 4 seconds to go, gets to the free throw line with .2, knocks down 2 free throws, cuts it to 1. And the third quarter, same thing. For about 5 seconds, we get a defensive board. She pushes, gets a layup. And those are huge momentum builders going into breaks and timeouts. And we talk about winning moments all the time. And those 4 points probably aren't going to stand out much on a stat sheet. But they were huge because it cut it to 1, I think, both times going into breaks. And, that's deflating for an opponent. And, we feel like we stole a couple of possessions right there. But I was worried about how we'd be able to score tonight. And I thought, we got all 5 starters in double figures. Avery and Melissa both have 6, and we need that. I thought Sydney Thomas was tremendous off the bench with her defense and her energy and just her leadership. And then the job we did at the free throw line, Gianna and Jordan going 11 for 11, I think was huge.
The 3 main freshmen, like you mentioned, I know there was some foul trouble first half. They combined for 7 first half, 27 in the second half. I guess in terms of response, I feel like it would be easy for a young group, whether it be the physicality or maybe the turnovers, just kind of let the game get to them, but it felt like they just kept.
I thought they had a mature approach, and I thought, Jordan said it best. She said we adjusted, and sometimes when you don't play much, you come out and you're pressing, you're trying to do too much, and honestly, we get the ball to first possession, and we come out and we get her for a wide open 3 at the top of the key, and she has a wedgie, and you don't play much in the first half, things don't go your way, that happens. You could easily put your head down and fall apart. She had a couple of big offensive rebounds. She had a huge deflection to a steal late in the game that started that run, and some huge defensive boards, ends up with 12 and 8 and goes 5 of 5 from the free throw line. I thought our execution was really good down the stretch. We go 6 of 9, 67% from the field in that fourth quarter, and that's what you want.
Feels like the turnovers for you guys, I'm sure you track them closely, but it feels like most of them are not even forced. It's just mistakes on your end. Is that, I don't want to say it's encouraging, but is it encouraging, I guess, to know it's mostly just you guys just cleaning things up?
Yeah. Well, and I think the first half we had 1 or 2 shots in the first 5 and a half or 4 and a half of the game, and it was moving screen, turnover. It was just settle in, but they didn't put their head down. We had a lead at the end of the first quarter, and I didn't think we got off to a very good offensive start. I thought we were stringing some stops together, and then I thought Rob was big during that stretch of really getting out in transition, getting downhill, getting to the rim, and attacking. Isla goes 5 for 5, and we need to take better care of the ball. Paris gets 9 boards today. I thought she had a couple of huge defensive boards that she got fouled on and was able to go down and shoot free throws. And we just got to have that. Every day is not going to be perfect. You're going to run into an opponent that is really hot and does something that they don't normally do. And, 7 hasn't played for them in a while and comes in and has 16. And that sometimes that happens. And do you have enough about you to not put your head down? I thought they were tremendous in the huddle. When I would ask them, hey, can we get a stop here? We just need 1 stop, and that we got you. We can do this. Let's go, guys. And they were great. They were upbeat. They were positive. They didn't put their heads down. And I think they're growing up. I thought they grew up tonight in a critical moment when this is a game where you go, oh gosh, nothing's going our way. They haven't missed. It feels like we can't get a stop. And I didn't think we weren't playing hard. They made some shots. I think there's some things we got to clean up defensively. This is 2 games in a row. We've given up a lot of threes, and we got to defend the 3-point line better than what we're doing. And we'll look at that. But, they didn't put their head down, and I'm really proud of that. They grew up in some ways today.
I mentioned it, 9 home wins last year. You're already at 9 this year. What do you feel like has been the difference in terms of defense?
Well, one thing is we actually played some home games in the non-conference, which helps. Last year we were on the road a ton. And I think we played some, which was great, but we're protecting it. And we told them, and especially in conference play, you have to win your home games. You got to protect home court, and then you got to go winning on the road in this league is hard. And you you've got to go try to steal some where you can, but it's imperative that you take care of your home court. And I thought they bounced back tonight, and G said it. We take pride in that. It's something that, we lost very few home games in my 4 years here as a player, and that's something that I want to impart to them of like, this is our house. No one comes in here. We have to dictate. And I think they're starting to take some pride in that and taking that to heart.
I mean, do you even like sweat like when Gianna goes to the line in the fourth? Like, I don't even know the last time she missed. Like,
well, actually, the last home, not down the stretch, but like the last home game, I think she missed like 6, which is not. It was a very atypical night for her, but I knew the moment that happened that it wouldn't happen again because she's so conscientious. She's such a competitor. And yes, we do make them shoot a lot, but I think they take great pride in that too. Jordan hated how she started the year and the season from the free throw line because she shoots it too well. And it's just a matter of, confidence and reps. Allow your work to speak for itself. And if you put in the work, all that will eventually come into play. And I'm proud of those two for sure. But, we want the ball in her hands at the end of a game for a lot of reasons, but especially in a situation where we got to get fouled and go to the free throw line. She's clutch.
appreciate it.